Picture this. You rent a place for 3 months, somewhere between a hotel and a lease, and suddenly you're standing in a laundry room wondering if you actually belong there. That weird in-between feeling is basically the whole story of midterm rentals, and the laundry room is where it gets really interesting. Midterm rentals are typically stays lasting anywhere from 1 month to about 6 months, which puts tenants in this awkward no man's land between a tourist and a neighbor. You're not on vacation, but you're also not exactly moving in forever, and that identity crisis shows up in every single shared space on the property. Here's the thing about laundry facilities, they seem so small and boring until someone hogs the dryer for 4 hours on a Sunday, and suddenly, it's basically a neighborhood conflict. Shared laundry is like a social experiment wrapped in lint traps and passive-aggressive sticky notes. So what does a fair policy actually look like for midterm tenants specifically? The short answer is that it lives somewhere between the total freedom a long-term resident expects and the zero-access situation a nightly guest accepts. One of the first things owners get wrong is treating midterm tenants like hotel guests who should feel lucky just to have coin machines available. These folks are paying anywhere from $1,500 to $4,000 a month in most markets, so they deserve more than a laminated sign that says "No delicates." A fair policy usually starts with clearly defined access hours, something like 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., which respects both the tenant doing laundry and the neighbor trying to sleep through spin cycle percussion. When you put the hours in writing before someone books, you eliminate about 80% of the drama before it even starts. Load limits are another place where owners either get it totally right or hilariously wrong. And you get 2 loads per day is actually a pretty standard and reasonable benchmark. It sounds restrictive until you realize that one person doing 7 loads on a Tuesday is the reason the machine breaks down by Thursday. Cost is where it gets genuinely tricky, because some owners include laundry in the rent and some charge per use, and neither approach is automatically wrong. What is wrong is surprising someone with a coin-only machine when they've been using Venmo since 2014. The most overlooked part of any laundry policy is machine care, meaning who cleans the lint trap, who wipes out the drum, and who calls someone when the washer starts making that sound. If your policy doesn't say anything about basic maintenance responsibilities for the tenant, you are essentially hoping for the best, which is a bold strategy. Community laundry rooms work best when midterm tenants understand they're sharing with potentially long-term residents who have strong, deeply personal opinions about laundry etiquette. A simple one-page welcome sheet that explains the norms of that specific building can do more work than any lease clause ever written. Here's a fun historical footnote. Shared laundry disputes in apartment buildings go back to at least the 1950s, when communal washing machines were first becoming common, and people have been leaving wet clothes in the machine ever since. Some things are truly timeless, and passive aggression in laundry rooms is one of them. The biggest mistake midterm landlords make is writing a policy after something goes wrong, which is the real estate version of buying a fire extinguisher while the kitchen is already on fire. You want the rules clear, friendly, and written before the tenant ever touches a spin cycle. If you're a property owner, think of your laundry policy as a small piece of the bigger question. Does this person feel like a welcomed guest or a tolerated inconvenience? The answer to that question will determine whether they leave you 5 stars or a strongly worded review that mentions the laundry situation 17 times. Good policies aren't about control. They're about giving everyone just enough clarity so that nobody has to feel awkward, resentful, or forced to write a passive-aggressive note in all caps. When the rules are fair, visible, and human, the laundry room becomes just a laundry room again instead of a tiny battleground for respect. So if you're figuring out how to handle this for your own property, start simple, stay specific, and remember that the goal is a tenant who leaves happy and tells their traveling nurse friends about your place. And if you want to learn more about how our company helps landlords and midterm tenants get policies right from day one, check out all the links waiting for you in the description.